6 going to be really explosive. Any shutdowns that can happen from Moham could turn the tide in OMG's favor for sure.
I think it's two-folded as well. You've got Moham and then you've got Rio with
Only going to try to set their sights on taking those. Junhao hopping over some walls here, putting the pink down. But seeing that this dragon is not in the pit and has been secured. Flash. Harry, a couple hundred HP, will be able to survive sans Flash.
Feather is looping around. They have swapped the spellbook to ignite. They can cancel this recall.
Oh, here we go.
Or just go for the solo.
Forward, the knock up, the ignite. No way! Harry gets it done and survives. A huge gaff by Feather.
These grub fights I expect to be very bloody.
Here we go. We go right on top of Rio. Survives for the moment, trying desperately to escape, but he will go down. Down goes the Braum on top of it. It's a 2-0 for Thunder Talk, and they're going to secure those grubs.
Hello, Harry, just leaning around the corner, picking off Ryan. A lot of damage going down, but it won't end up leading to anything as they are chased away by the beefy boys of Thunder Talk.
Really great stuff there by the last series where some of their fights were very disconnected. I mean, you see there were 2 members on the grubs and 2 members who were closer to the lanes. Hold that thought for a moment as we do see an ultimate drop by Starry here. Rio is going to come over. They are going to clean up Keshi 30 seconds before this dragon.
Really?
Complete purchase of this river to start up that dragon. We'll see if OMG wants a piece of it. I really don't think they should. I think you should just allow your soul inners to scale up, but Rio getting a little too close. They drop the exhaust on him. He's forced to flash away, but Junhao going to go right after him. Then they are able to burst him out. Feet of Warfare for Thunder Talk. Big charm coming down onto Moham. Harry's trying to do anything that he can. He's going to take out some big chunk damage, get knocked up.
He zones off any defensive play to keep the jungler alive for OMG. Will result in the pickup of the dragon.
To how Thunder Talk have been playing on the side lanes outside of Keshi's early death. Haru has been playing quite safe. Hold that thought for a moment. As we're going to see a bit of an engage here. We're going to turn all the way on to Haichao, but he is a little thick. There's that bullet time coming down. It's going to do a good amount of damage to Moham, but here's Harry on the side trying to force away Ryan, but now he finds himself completely alone. Warping Rio in. Grim Deliverance lands flush. Harry is still alive, trying to get that revive. He's got it up as well, but he's not even going to need it, as OMG are running Thunder Talk off the map. A 3-0 fight, and the Herald will be there.
We need both the dragon and a tower to secure this feat. They know that Thunder Talk only need to get the tower and they'll have it, as now they're calling the play Hero TPing in.
Alright, Moham doing a good job of trying to stay alive. The Supreme Display of Talent only hits Rio. Knock up onto Feather. He's very low. Grim Deliverance doesn't land onto anybody, but Harry is looking to get his passive fully stacked. He's got it. Keshi trying to get some priority targets in the back line, but he falls. Harry's going to be the next target. Charm is there, and here comes that Realm Warp. Multiple players in. Feather will fall. Harry will fall next, and Junhao has to slide out using those Hex Tech gates. It's another disaster for Thunder Talk as OMG will take the dragon.
Rift completely falling out of the favor for Thunder Talk on what was such a dominant early game, but Junhao is alive. They are on a ward right now, fishing to hope to pressure this dragon away, but Moham doing a great job, staying over the wall, mainly just being that extra vision, that extra marker to make sure Kiana doesn't go for the big contest. And I love that we just talk about how significant these ultimates can be, and we see Haichao really leveraging it to collect 2 kills on that fight, as we do see a TP to flank him now in the bottom lane. No Realm Warp, no TP, this is all Keshi.
Yeah, you're going to have to, you have to make this play, right? You have to get something out of this. Try to take out Haichao. OMG has been so good on the side lanes here. Teleport coming in from Harry to try to save Haichao, but I think he's going to be dead to rights. Now Harry finds himself in a 3v1, but he has friends coming up the rear. Ryan's in big trouble. Feather's been locked down, and you can't stop Harry. Big knock up from Keshi as Haru now joins the fight, but it's fully in control of OMG. Junhao getting poked just a little bit. Now all of OMG sans Haichao are here. Anakan is on the map. Doesn't look like it'll be started.
I don't think it's worth to take a play here from OMG. You've got out like bandits after that one, losing 1, but you pick up 2, and the one that dies is the Rise, who could rotate over a lot quicker than everybody else off base, as it looks like Thunder Talk actually saying, all right, we need to force something here and now. We have lost the feats of warfare with this bot lane tower falling, as now Heru and Harry
sidestep
having
from
a
Heru, but
skirmish.
he had to walk into melee range. There's that Grim Deliverance, and now Harry with a nice flash. They're trying to turn this around. Big double knockup from Feather. Heru desperately trying to escape, trying to pump out everything he can, but he falls to Starry. Starry untouched, finds a double kill, and you know he's going to want to top it off for a triple, but Rio's going to take that one away. Health bars are low, but no one to stop OMG, and Otacon is
I want to give flowers to Rio, who in that play used the first Grand Starfall to land behind the team fight and keep Junhao away. As now Moham getting picked off. Beyond that, not going to result in too much, but because the Kiana could never group up with the team, we didn't get to see a big play with that ultimate, which could have really swung the fight back into Thunder Talk's favor.
You wish that Baron was spawned, and if we were in 2026, it would have been up for Thunder Talk to maybe try. Instead, you'll be able to get that top lane tier 1 and get some objective bounties into your
pocket. As the game goes on with just a lot of miscellaneous plays aggressing on the top laners here.
They're really going after Keshi, forcing his ultimate out. Big cooldown bullet time going to have to be used on that mid lane turret. They want to try to conserve any health on that turret while they go and get bottom tier 1 themselves. So Thunder Talk doing a nice job there to try to bring the gold back in their direction. Rio and Haichao.
OMG knocking down another top lane play, and guess what? Realm Warp can be used to just leave at any point. No area for a longer team fight play kind of build. No Liandry's anything opting towards that. Going for... It feels almost like down the middle. Listen, I'm no Ahri build expert. I'm not that guy. But this doesn't feel like it's conducive
over 2,000, that's starting to creep a little under that. Use some Hextech portals here to try and take over the bot lane of Thunder Talk as the knockup goes on to the Scion. The exhaust as well. They are certainly hitting him. They're not really doing damage, but they're hitting him.
The world's slowest pick I've ever seen, as now Rio forced to flash away. Heru joining the team fight.
Oh, yeah. Rio just went in way too hard, and he goes down. It's Ryan picking that one up. Harry teleports in.
Varus just killed
Feather.
Alistair off the screen there. Hold up a minute. Feather getting dropped by the Varus ultimate. Using his own, I have no idea how he was able to do that one, but I think it makes a bit more sense now why we had Harry TPing in, as it almost looked like it was going to be a bigger play than it was, as now, I like this from Thunder Talk, trying to do anything they can to pick off Haichao, who doesn't know there's 3 people right here.
It was really nicely done, but a nice sidestep from Haichao. As Harry says, yeah, I'll dash in. I've never met a fight I didn't like with the supreme display of talent. Lands flush, Grim Deliverance, he's still alive. He's starting to get to that pass.
Oh, good pickup.
Finally fall. Haru picks it up, and now he's between a rock and a hard place with the bullet time. There's no bomb to protect it on the backside, and Thunder Talk win the fight.
Absolute cataclysmic failure from OMG to overcommit.
To get in here. This Baron is very, very slow. Down to about 4,000 HP and getting lower. Moham just trying to run interference, but here comes Harry, here comes Starry. Thunder Talk coming in as well. Moham a little too early, takes a big chunk out here. The Baron is secured by Thunder Talk and going all the way in as Rio. Now the question is, can Thunder Talk actually escape? But Haru says, no escape needed, I want in. He's not going to be able to dash away, but he will be able to save the rest of his team. It's a 1-for-1.
Ultimate used from Heru, no Malignance. I think that's a bigger loss for Thunder Talk when it comes to trying to posture for this team fight. They need to wait the 60 seconds or so for this Ahri ult to be available compared to Haichao, who really doesn't care that much when it comes to the actual damage, the actual scrapping. And you see, he cares so little. He's going to aggro the dragon, pull it out of the pit, as now do or die moment. This is a Hextech Soul. Junhao can get in the back of the pit here on the Kiana. They are fishing for the steal.
Alright, he hops over. He's got to make this happen in order to get Thunder Talk in, but they push Pantheon all the way out and secure it. Moham on the backside is going to fall. Supreme Display of Talent stuns a couple members, but now is Harry going to take over the fight? He does have that ultimate, or I'm sorry, that passive in the back pocket, but he's not even going to need it. Junhao said, I am running away. Haru able to slide away just barely. Keshi will fall. It's a double kill for Harry. Haru not going to be able to land the charm, so Harry is going to be able to continue his onslaught. You're kidding me. I haven't played World of Warcraft in a long time, but even I hated all those different phases. We're seeing Rio drop down his ultimate on Takeshi here. Again, very muted usage of the Pantheon ultimate, but it looks like they're going to be able to get a kill on Takeshi. It's just a matter of how long is Keshi going to be able to delay them, to allow the setup for Thunder Talk to get some wards and get some positioning here, as Haichao will clean this one up.
Ooh, and by taking a bit longer than
easy access to him. He has his Guardian Angel now, full build on this Misfortune, so we'll be able to at least survive through any aggression as this Baron has been started up, and it is getting ripped. Harry is in the bottom side. He will have a teleport available. Haru going to land the charm onto Rio here, but not everybody is going to go for him. Feather couldn't get the knock up, and now he's going to get rooted backside. Hai Chao blows up a man. There's a bullet time. It does a lot of damage, but Hai Chao's doing a lot, and here comes Harry. Grim Deliverance, but he's the only one right now with a couple of angry Thunder Talk members, but they're getting a lot less angry because they are falling. Ryan is going to fall next. We've got another revive coming through. Everybody's got some resurrections. Starry, no summoners, still alive. They forced Thunder Talk off the Baron.
And there were basically two separate fights happening right there. There was Harry and the rest of the OMG squad versus Starry. That's beautiful. Starry's GA. Make sure nobody's threatening him on the respawn. And it will be resulting in OMG picking up the Hextech Soul with a poke Varus.
Because of a nice flank from Hai Chao. Feather is flashless for this next fight. It is important to keep in mind. So you're not going to have those snap engages out of the Alistar, which means the fight is inherently going to go a bit slower. Moham looking for a knock up here, but Kesha's going to use his ultimate to buffer it. This Baron is going down. Hai Chao dropping the Realm Warp there. It's a fake out. Knock up coming through as Rio can't get in. Baron secured for Thunder Talk as they're trying to heal up, and now they're going to attack Hai Chao on the backside. Supreme Display of Talent didn't land. They're trying to blow him up, and they are going to be able to do so. He doesn't get a kill in return. Thunder Talk trying to survive. There's that Guardian Angel in the middle of the Grim Deliverance, which means that Haru has to back off. Keshi will fall. Ends up being a 1
to avoid getting popped by Junhao quickly. Doesn't matter, as now we look to the play on the map. It will result in finally getting this tier 1 mid away from Starry, that bastion that the Varus was using to layer down so much poke, so much safety. And suddenly, just losing that one tower can be enough to sway how...
the top side, there's a big flank ward on the backside. Something to keep in mind as OMG are looking to retake their jungle. Rio trying to move in, clear out as much warding as he can, as the top tier 2 will fall. Thunder Talk making good use of their Baron.
Suddenly the siege starts to become quite threatening, as now we have 30 seconds left on the Baron buff. Can Thunder Talk use it to knock down another tower and really take away a second bastion on the map for OMG?
Something to note, Ryan is now on 100% crit. That GA is not up yet, and now we're seeing flanks come through. Rio going to show up immediately, try to get on Ryan, but he falls. Harry has to do something. The bullet time gets interrupted with the knockup, but they didn't go after Harry.
He's down.
Harry is just fine. It is looking to stack up that Cultivation of War. Hai Chao gets bursted out. Cultivation of War is stacked. It's up to Starry and Harry now. Harry to the back line getting interrupted as Junhao is able to escape. There's that Cultivation of War passive getting popped, but there's a well-timed knockup into a well-timed charm into some more knockups. Harry trying to sustain, but he won't be able to. Now it's the GA, but Starry and Moham cannot join. They are locking up Harry, locking all windows and doors. They freeze him out, and Thunder Talk has the advantage.
Expert MMO gameplay from Thunder Talk, spacing out both the respawns. So devastating for Harry to lose both of those revive cooldowns. Hold on a minute.
He got rooted up. That's big damage, and he's bursted out.
Will that be enough to stop the play? It looks like the follow-up Q onto Heru will be too much. It dissuades pushing for further, but sorry, they are definitely still lurking. I see the GA on Varus, though, so going in for a counterplay is quite the spooky prospect with the Elder Dragon up in a minute. The passive at this point, level 18, it's down to 2 minutes, so he should have it back up by the time the Elder fight happens. So now it is about posturing.
Hai Chao has the flash. Yeah, this is a great ultimate by Keshi. One thing to note is that Ryan's GA is up. It was not up in that fight, so he will have it for this one. That is very key, as OMG has been shoved out of the river. Starry trying to land all the poke that he can. Again, as you said, he's had such a good game hitting these skill shots, dodging these skill shots as well. See if he's able to continue to try to get OMG back in a winning position. They're going to throw everything they have at Keshi. Meanwhile, Junhao forced off on the side by Hai Chao. Bullet
big ult.
Does so much damage and couldn't be stopped. Rio's got to run for the hills. Hai Chao chunked as well. Haru trying to go back in. Starry has no flash, but he goes golden. Harry in trouble. Everybody surrounds him. Grim Deliverance does not get off. and he will fall in Thunder Talk. They don't care about the Elder. They're looking to end the game.
Absolute collection of hero plays right there. Going for the namesake with the flash out to survive the Grim Deliverance. That was a fraction of a second from being a colossal loss in this team fight. The amount of healing Zen would have picked up would have been back to a full health bar, as now it is picking up the scraps for OMG. Dragon going down. This is an absolute game ender objective, but that's only we have to deny the double super objectives. If they get this Baron as well, it is going to be curtains, as we have Starry on the Varus, potentially the bigger threat for a steal. Full build, lethality Varus has the potential to take this game back into OMG's hands.
Let's see if he can channel his inner Gumayushi. Ultimate gonna go down, that change of corruption. They're just waiting on the Baron, and all the time that they take here means that there's
my god!
Elder time, as it's secured by Junhao, and Rio gets bursted out.
I cannot believe Thunder Talk just raw took that Baron in their faces, had nobody go around the corner to zone them off. I was like, there must be a part of this plan. Part 1, start the Baron. Part 2, question mark, question mark, question mark. Part 3, kill Rio and get the Baron, go for the end. It is double supers walking down the mid lane. There is basically no way OMG can win this fight if they go for one. It has to be absolute miracles.
Keshi, a little bit too deep under the turret, burst it out. It's going to be a 4v4. Bullet time, not going to land a whole lot. Ryan, Junhao, Haru getting chunked a little bit here. They have both major objectives. So much power that Thunder Talk have here, as Moham flashing forward, dropping the exhaust, not hitting anybody with the winner's bite. Haichao going to force them all out. Let's see, Starry can't quite land that Q. Is going to eat the charm. He's got that Edge of Night. As OMG will force away Thunder to line. Starry trying to do everything he can, slowing them up with that Hextech Soul.
Looks
Members
like it's just
OMG.
Chip. Watch Haru, he wants to fish for something as the Parasol comes down.
Cleanse got used on Ryan after that Chains of Corruption. Haru says it might be time to go. Keshi doesn't land on anybody, but big knockups are coming through. Haichao on the backside trying to burst out. Some members here. GA getting popped. Harry in the thick of things. Health burst getting low for Thunder Talk, but you're going to have to kill him multiple times because of the cultivation of war. We have another GA coming through. Harry has to make a hero play, and I think he just might have. Starry and Harry.
TP's coming in.
Teleports coming in.
That's it.
OMG are looking to end the game from base to base. It was the wave that was set up in the top side. The siege is there. The ace is there. They have the minions. OMG were in such a good spot, and then they weren't, and then they were again. Melvin, OMG are going to take game 1.
Only a 3-word piece to say at the end of that one. Oh my god. What a game to kick
Set you up a lot. Obviously, it's quite a bit easier, I think, to get a kill with a Xin and a Twisted Fate rather than an Mbessa and a Twisted Fate. But I think you're also rewarded way more. We'll see if Junhao is going to cut his losses head up top, or if they really want to just go head-to-head and heads up with each other.
I think if you end up seeing that, unless the Wukong gets a jump from Fog of War, it really should be Rio favored. This Xin Zhao, quite adept at the early skirmishing. As now we see a little pick from Feather. It's just going to be a trade right now.
This is some pretty solid damage. You see Ryan has that Calibrum, so that extra range that you're going to have for these auto attacks does put advantage for Thunder Talk. But guess who gets here first? It's Rio getting through. Ryan in trouble. Just going to hold the flash in the back pocket. It's going to be Starry picking up first blood. Again, Haichao doesn't have a ton of damage, but that's okay. Is you can just force Haru out and auto attack away from killing him. Won't be able to do so, but again, this Talia not able to make much of an impact. We have Keshi coming down here to join this Dragon. Harry also in the thick of things. Dragon secured over by the side of Thunder Talk. See if OMG are able to pick up any more.
Okay, not looking to get you towards the mid game, and right now the Aphelios has been put behind. He was meant to have a dominant force in the lane. The Jax getting solo killed in the top lane. You are forcing for the grubs. At least Harry has TP'd down to bot, so this is a 3v3, 4v4.
All right, knockups are coming through with that Cyclone. Harry shows up to the party. High Chow from behind, trying to disrupt Ryan. Feather able to flash over the wall as Rio is pushed off to the side. Starry finds Feather. Junhao going to be the next target as OMG look to shove him off and take him down. A flash over the wall, but he will fall all the same.
His signature Ari by Matted. We now see Thundertalk trying to force the play onto Harry top.
He's marooned. He's on an island. Everybody is here. Rio can't get in. Public execution is going to land, but not get you far enough away as Thunder Talk through the kitchen sink. No, it's not everything but the kitchen sink. It's the kitchen sink too. And now they're sending everybody to try and take out this top turret.
And it looks like it is just going to be a straight-up race. I actually have no idea which side will get it. There's going to be a lot of resistances on this top tower, but grubs in favor of OMG. It's a very close one. Okay, down to a few seconds of difference, but Starry and Moham, having been left with the tower for so much longer, it means there were a lot more plates knocked down by those two. So on the one hand, you see a 1.6k gold lead in Starry's pocket now. Yeah. On the other hand, the Feats of Warfare fight lives, and it comes down to objectives. OMG picking up the prio on this dragon with all of the resets coming out from Thundertalk members. It looks like they should be able to get the heads up on this one, short of a miracle steal from a Feather E, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that one's happening. So overall, good stuff by OMG, quickly realizing that, you know, Rio specifically, I got to get down there and start up this dragon. You know, they're still in a great spot right now of about 3,000 gold at 12 minutes is exactly where you'd want to be with half of that into the mid lane here to catch that wave and be able to Destiny if need be. Keshi looks like he might be able to get away. I'll hop to a flower, pick it up. Moham trying to cut him off, but it's just Moham and Rio. They don't really have the damage. They will force the flash out of Keshi. That does mean the top lane tower will fall as well. Thunder talking to responding kind of the bot side.
Massive cooldown, massive pickup, taking away this top tier 1. It does mean if the Archon ends up spawning on that side of the map, it's a point of power knocked down, as it looks like will be, like you said, a response onto this slow contest.
Yep, he's going to do it now. High Chow coming around the side, trying to stay out of vision wisely. He's going to drop down that Destiny as well. He's going to get engaged on, but take it to get back on a favorable side of the fight. Feather going to get pulled in. Haru trying to get away. Rio going over the wall, knocking everybody away. And there's the public execution from Harry as he got on top of Ryan to take him out. And they're running over the fight now. Keshi's going to be the next target. Seismic shove doesn't land. He's very low, able to hop away and blast Cone out. But it is a 2-0 in favor of OMG. The Herald is theirs.
Harry on this Ambessa tastes blood in the water and goes for the kill on their opposite number in the top lane. So far, this Ambessa has really proved to be the bane of Thundertalk's existence. How this player, who I had the full expectation coming into today, that Harry was going to just be locking in tanks. Like, this looked like it. I was expecting the Cassante, I was expecting things like that, and no. We have had somebody who has been really trying to redefine how they go about the game, how they work with this team identity. And with two comps who look to be mid-jungle, sends power to side lane, OMG is executing on that plan a fair bit better than Thundertalk so far.
So far, so good. The solo laners with experience are beating up on the kids from the LDL right now. As Michael Jordan would say, blank them kids.
Series we are getting from this Thundertalk squad. So I'm hoping that this can help them redefine, as we do see play onto Haru.
Okay, we're seeing a cleanse out, but I mean, Haru was just going to die. Feather was able to escape with that, but
yeah,
another death for the mid laner of Thundertalk.
Don't love that. What I was trying to get to is, so far, in the very small sample size we've had, if Junhao gets off to an early lead, Thundertalk looks good, because he can lead the team and force plays with impunity. But this Wukong is not a champion that facilitates that. Now, do I think that that's a problem?
Hang on. Moham coming through over the top with the Magnet Storm as OMG are looking to put this series away and punch their ticket to stage 2.
Yes, it is a problem.
He outran it. How?
I
don't even know. Over on the other side, Junhao is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get gold carded. Rio trying to get in all the damage that he can, but also soak up a bunch with his ultimate. They find Keshi. Haichao not going to be able to gold card anybody else, but they get the pick they wanted, and Otacon's in the cards.
Really nice play from OMG to capitalize and really force their advantage beforehand, because if you have all 5 members when it comes to this fight around the Atacon, we've seen so many teams throw this objective over the year. Will this be one of the last ones? No, it looks like they're forcing.
Multiple members on the backside there as Junhao had the knock up. A feather will fall. Public execution not going to land, but all my homies hate Ryan as they just go after this man. Haru is going to fall next, and the Atacon will be started once again by OMG. 14 kills to 2, 10,000 gold lead at 22 minutes, and Thunder Talk just did not have enough gas in the tank after that game 1.
An astute play from the coach of OMG. I'm sure that they verbatim said what you did of all of my homies hate Ryan. Do not let this guy play.
It's not an email, but I'm sending a Slack message to my boss going, do we really have to have this meeting? Like, you know, the Slack message is being typed up. I'm using Grammarly to go and make sure that all my spelling is correct. You know, and we're going to go send it over. We're not sponsored by Grammarly, by the way. I just use it at my day job. Anyway, this Dragon going to go over to the side of OMG, put themselves on Soul Point, and I must say, I really like what we've seen out of OMG in this particular series, mostly because they weren't as scattered in their team fights as they were against one of the Old Man Cup teams. Talk a little bit about more on that in a second, as Haru is going to go down once again. They are bullying the children.
Definite
Please stop
improvement.
bullying the children.
Definite improvement. And you know what? OMG are looking so much better than they did, so competent from a lead. They're not throwing it in any way. Moham is just going to be able to walk this one out. Everybody focusing down. Go ahead and take it away.
Okay, Keshi, wait a minute. Turn around on a Starry. Starry trying to escape, and he will finally fall. Okay, we're landing a hook onto Moham. Listen, Thunder Talk were able to bring a game back because of an overextension by OMG. If there's one thing that Thunder Talk did well yesterday, it was punishing overextensions, and they're looking to punish even more. Rio is going to fall. Harry went all the way in. He's trying to 1v4, but he's just not the guy right now. Haichao getting lollipopped on the hook, and Thunder Talk get an ace.
God, I love caster cursing. It's my... Is it too early to call it the OMG spot? I think if it happens a third time, then it gets stamped as the OMG spot.
If we have another 45-minute game, it'll be the OMG spot. And right now, I'm saying OMG, Thunder Talk is making the plays now. It's now a 5v4, and it's right around the time of the next Dragon in 2.5 minutes. The positioning for Thunder Talk, they get to grab these wards. I don't know.
Looks like a free
they get the turn as well. The knockup is there. They blow up Rio. Thunder Talk is doing it.
Big exhaust.
Coming back. Public execution onto Ryan. But this time, all the homies love
Big O!
As he drops the Moonlight Visual, he finds a triple kill for himself. And that's what I'm Thunder talking about.
Unbelievable team fight there, as now we have Haichao fishing with the ultimate, trying to dissuade anything, but 4 members strong. Thunder Talk's just going to take this Baron. It's incredible that we're still going in this game. Haichao tried to do what is possible, but he doesn't have the smite from the spellbook. He doesn't have vision. This is truly just... He's trying to aura farm and hope that that's enough to scare them off of the Baron, but Thunder Talk's side lanes for OMG as Harry is getting jumped on.
Yep, Haru going to go right after him along with Keshi. They're going to CC him to death, and it's another kill for Thunder Talk. Junhao picks that one up, and one thing that we have to talk about... Hold on, wait, the siege is on here. They are just going for it because this Dragon is not up. Will they try to get more? It's a bot tier 2. They're going to shove in this wave, and yes, they are going to try to look for more. Thunder Talk has a man advantage. Rio from the backside, unable to do anything. This inhibitor is going to fall. Thunder Talk are going to keep moving forward. 25 seconds until Harry is up. It's going to be a 5v4. The first turret is in trouble. There's a gold card coming down. It doesn't actually result in a fight. Keshi up a little bit too far, but he manages to take the turret. And OMG will walk out for a turret that's going to respawn. Harry is up in 10 seconds, but no teleport, as Thunder Talk need to fade back to this Dragon and take it away.
I think that was absolute perfection from Thunder Talk. Instead of going for the Dragon, which was OMG's expectation, hold on, will the flip find? No, Moham gets away. Very lucky on this one. But what could have been OMG taking so much presence on the map, 2 towers could have fallen there, but instead, ThunderTalk forced to look for the end, as now it is just the chase down. The health bar's somewhat low.
Okay.
That's a
We got the GA, OMG, trying to do something, but they're just forced away. Rio on the backside, Keshi trying to get in. Stun onto Starry, but he can't quite find him. Harry with the public execution, keeping Starry alive.
That's a lot of
Ryan is alive
chakrams.
too. Keshi goes golden. He's still in there. Keshi's getting it done. He buys enough time for Thunder Talk, but they don't get the dragon, but it doesn't matter.
I think they got it.
They're looking to end the game. Oh my goodness. Thunder Talk looking for a big comeback. They're not pushing through bot lane though. They want to go scorched earth. They're going to start up on this mid-tier 2. They're going to take mid-tier 3 and try to get that inhibitor and then fade back to the dragon, I'd imagine.
It looks like it. They are going to take the option of caution, knocking down the inhib, but at the end of the day, there's 20-second respawns on 3 key members. I would not have been surprised if they wanted to push for more, but ThunderTalk happily catching the throw from OMG, and they are running with the ball, going straight over to this dragon now as we take a look at the gold lead, and what was absolute devastation is now a 1k gold lead in ThunderTalk's favor, and a dragon pick up to Baron up in 2 minutes 20. What looked like a game spins around and laughs in your face as now the Weaver's Wall comes down. This should be the tower falling because of it.
Very nice job there by Thunder Talk. Just trying to get more control. Now that last part of the job, yeah, it's already gone. And you know what? I think that going to the waves is just probably the right move. They might be able to find Keshi on the backside here. He doesn't have the helicopter. They're looking for him. They are going to be able to burst him out, but it's a 4v4. Rio trying to get away, trying to get to safety, but he pulls him in. Knockup's coming through onto Harry as Ryan's got a double kill. And it might be an Aphelios moment. He's got a triple kill. Highchow going to be the next target. He gets flicked back. Public execution onto Haru, who does fall, but Harry on Haru violence. Trade out. It's Highchow against the world, and Thunder Talk loves those odds as they're going to shove it down mid.
Yeah, I've seen no way a Twisted Fate can stop this. Such work from Ryan, who had been absolutely bullied throughout this early game, coming out massive and just walking down Starry, who didn't have the range to be able to actually counter DPS. It is just looking like the end. Like, look at these people. There's nothing they can do.
There's Moham's second turret's under siege. They got the stuns out. Highchow's trying to kite away, but the Nexus is exposed. Ryan will fall, but the rest of the squad will clean it up. Thunder Talk from depth to Ryan and Feather. We've seen Ash Seraphine show up a couple of times in the LPL throughout 2025. A lot of it was done by LGD, YCX. Really played Rayo and Harry up top here, looking to make a play onto Keshi, at least force something out. Rio is going in. Keshi is going to burn, and it's first blood going over to Harry.
Finally get a spot out. Junhao on that dragon, going to be quite happy to take away the first Infernal, get some semblance of a fight back on the feet. Play after, but it's very dangerous.
Yeah, they'll look for the pick. Meanwhile, Haru over on the other side is completely alone. They're going to attack the weak side. He's forced to flash away. Now they're going to go right after Highchow. They throw everything at him and take him out.
All right.
OMG is going to feel obligated to go after the next one. Speaking of an obligation, they're going to go right after Ryan. They really do hate this guy, and they will not clean him up. Flash heal shield from Feather saves the day.
And I think that's going to be enough to stall out the team fight. Ryan does need to hit the base ASAP. Oh, the snipe from Rio! It's perfectly down mid.
And now Ryan is completely cut off because Highchow gets to hold that flank. Top laners not going to show up. It looks like teleports are available. They have split apart for the moment, and it looks like Harry will be the first one to join. Junhao is stuck in the back of the pit. Here's the encore, and it doesn't land on anybody. Ryu going in, and he takes the dragon away. Big stun coming down as Moham's caught in the back of the pit, but Highchow's unleashed power onto Junhao. They're trying to fight out of the pit. Keshi is able to at least escape and flash away, but Rio is looking to run him down, unable to close out on the kill. A 1 or 2.
The rocket belt now just getting Blackfire as well for Highchow. Higher powered fight than we were initially expecting. Kraken as well, Bloodthirster. Everybody bar support on first line. Keshi getting jumped.
Flash, scatter the weak. And Keshi has been deemed weak. But now they're going to look for Rio here. Rio still alive, but it'll finally fall to Junhao. Great trade from Thunder Talk. They have the fight split here. Scatter the weak does land on the Haru.
Junhao's smite nearly back up, but he's chasing the objective down. It resets. Junhao focus.
Yeah, he went in a little bit too close here. Bullet time doesn't land on anybody. Now Starry's going to have to contend with Haru. Another scout of the week, but Moham getting shoved off on the side. Haru says, I must take this fight while my team is gone. He's dancing around, and he survives. The roots onto Harry, and Thunder Talk are coming back, baby.
Oh my lord. Such and push prio. Big poke coming down now as it is just who starts the fight. Where is the equalizer going to go?
Moham's half HP. Feather's going to really need to hit this encore this time around. Use his teammates to extend it. Harry off to the side has that equalizer at the ready. He is going to drop it down right under the head of Feather, and it's going to catch him before the ult could go off. Haru has to back out immediately, but Junhao and Keshi trying to lead the charge. Keshi immediately having to flash away. Dragon secured for the
Between
side.
Whatever lane. It's just when this tower feat is still available, it becomes such high priority. As Haru was about to walk to mid, realizes if I don't TP, I can't defend this. But I don't think he can do it anyway.
They throw everything at him. That's big damage, and that's OMG breaking down mid tier 1. And meanwhile, Thunder Talk not really able to do anything in response. This Otacon again has been started, but you actually can't do anything about it. So feat's going their way.
A play of footwork, and OMG have got the right slippers on, getting away with that one quite handedly. And now we take a look at how the map is
really scary now. Feather again, still the encore in his back pocket. Otacon resetting, patient,
such
not
a rough
patient,
position to
getting
play
lower,
for.
getting higher, stun coming out. Here we go. We're on top of Keshi, and he's gonna fall. Otacon should go over to OMG now, as Thunder Talk have given it up.
The 6th member of OMG, Otacon, playing such a significant role. Haru chased down. He slips away. That was narrow, but regardless, it's still massively winning for OMG. Picking up kills, It's really tough for Thunder Talk to posture aggressively.
And now another objective, which means another fight. Thunder Talk looking to put themselves on the 3rd dragon, but again, we just have Jace poke. Moham, though, is in trouble. Feather with the encore. This one lands flush right onto the rumble. Keshi eating a full bullet time and a shock blast, but he is able to walk out. Haichao has to teleport mid lane to regroup with his team, but Thunder Talk are going to take the dragon.
Wait, they're looking for a Baron trade? Hold on a minute, because Haichao was bot side of that fight. TP's over, and they're immediately aggroing towards the Baron. Are they trying to do this? No?
No, they're not. They realize that they can't. It was just a very weird...
enough to buy them time in these team fights to get the stun down, to throw down the ultimate and burst. If we take a look, fully stacked on the Syndra passive now, has the execute, has the mini rabbit on. See Keshi.
Don't hurt as much as they used to. Feather needs to have another good encore. Scout of the week lands. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Bullet time over the top. Ocean Soul secured. Haru has gone golden. Knockups abound for Junhao on the backside as Ryan and Feather get it done. Haru bursting out Starry, and he lives. Harry goes golden, but he's forced to flash away, and Ryan wants a piece of him. Flashing forward just to slow him up. Harry still continuously slowed. Scout of the week lands, but Harry can't close it out. Thunder Talk 3-0. Oh, it was OMG that took away the dragon, actually, so no Ocean Soul for them.
It was
an opportunity for a Baron.
Massive bullet time coming out from Starry that denied Junhao the ability to walk up to the dragon. However, he didn't die, and that's the important part. Allows him to walk over. Ryu was able to steal away. Watch this massive scatter of the week into the Misfortune ultimate. The encore comes out and forces Starry to flash away.
Ocean Soul will be so huge here. Bullet time. Great bullet time, and now we're going to go right after Ryan, throwing everything at him, but he gets shielded, and he lives through it. Teleports are coming through. Harry will be able to take him out. Junhao frontlining, but he's going to be in the Guardian Angel as Harry tries to make it back to the rest of his team, but he's overheated. Scout of the week going to land. Haichao going to be targeted out. No, it's going to be Starry this time around as they're diving this turret. Haichao trying to survive between 2 turrets. Haru on a sliver, just barely alive.
How is he alive?
That he's got to hit a shock blast here, but it's just too far out of range. A 4 for 2 in favor of Thunder Talk as they're shoving down these turrets.
What even was that? Haru and Keshi go absolutely crazy at the tail end of the team fight. These dash-based solo laners. Keshi put on tank. Feather has picked up the redemption now. Between that and the Seraphine W, so much healing available as Moam is the target.
Yep, they're going to go right after him, but this bullet is great! Keshi's exhausted, but he's running out of room. Again, this time it's Thunder Talk on the bottom side of the map throwing.
I think that OMG bot lane may have just saved the game. With this dragon priority, no jungler, no spellbook available, no way to contest, and I'm getting deja vu! It's happening again! There is pressure in the mid and top lane, but instead of taking the dragon and getting ready for that, OMG is forcing down bot. I think they're going to threaten an inhib here, because at the end of the day, as Thunder Talk, what can you do to defend this? You can't stand there. You need your other 2 members up.
We saw this exact sequence in Game 2. Go take an inhibitor and then go take a dragon, but this time OMG are sticking around a little bit longer. They really want one of these Nexus turrets to eventually walk away. Here comes an encore, only lands on the 1, equalizer down, Haru has to get away, but they're keeping the pressure on. Feather goes down, OMG are looking to finish the game. Both Nexus turrets exposed, Nexus at half, and it falls.
Oh my.
Thunder Talk